Welcome to the new video. Today we will talk about the latest controversy between Bianca Censori and Kanye West. This incident happened at the Grammys this year. Let's talk more about it. Kanye West opened up about his wife Bianca Censori's shocking red carpet appearance during the Grammys, where she showed off her exposed body. Speaking to TMZ on Tuesday, the rapper boasted that he and Censori beat the Grammys. The 47-year-old rapper's 30-year-old wife walked the red carpet in a fully transparent nude mesh outfit that was absolutely devoid of panty. "Ask us how it was to beat the Grammys," West told a TMZ cameraman. "We beat the Grammys," the rapper replied in response to the question being asked to him twice. His response comes as Tokyo sources claim that West lost a $20 million contract to perform in Japan as a result of the stunt, Daily Mail reported. Following the uproar over his spouse's outfit, West bragged that their stunt went viral, stating that Bianca was the top trending search on Google for the night. For clarity, February 4th, 2025, my wife is the most Googled person on the planet called Earth, he claimed on Instagram. According to Google metrics, Bianca Censori outfit garnered more than 5 million searches, surpassing the searches for Grammy winners. Despite this, the demands to bar West and Censori from upcoming red carpet events have intensified. Additionally, West has promised 2 shows at the Tokyo Dome in May, but his investors appear to be spooked after the barefaced stunt. "Kanye just takes every opportunity he gets," the source claimed. The stunt was incredibly scary and was met with horror in Japan. According to The Insider, Japan is experiencing a cultural awakening regarding women's rights, and even the Me Too movement is very strong there. What Kanye did is seen as an act of coercive control, which is absolutely unacceptable. He completely misjudged Japan culturally. He went on to say that it was unfortunate, as the rapper had been living in a Tokyo hotel for most of the past year. "Japanese investors backing the concerts are extremely upset," the source said, adding that they are highly likely to pull funding for the concerts. There is a lot of debate on the internet about whether Kanye and Bianca were invited to the Grammys and whether they were kicked out of the event. Apparently, they got kicked out pretty quickly. On Sunday night, the rapper Kanye West and his wife, the Australian former model and Yeezy brand architectural designer Bianca Censori, appeared at the Grammy Awards. West wore black sunglasses. Censori wore basically nothing. In a stunt for the cameras, West posed behind Censori as she turned her back to the paparazzi and lowered a long fur coat down her shoulders. When she turned to face the photographers, she was wearing a fully transparent mini dress and no underwear. The effect was that she appeared completely nude. According to Page 6, the pair were escorted out following the incident, though others claim that the couple left of their own accord. West, after all, was only nominally a contender for a Grammy this year. He was nominated in just one category, Best Rap Song, for Carnival, his collaboration with Ty Dolla $ign. He ultimately lost, but he didn't come to the Grammy Awards expecting to win. What he wanted out of his attendance was what he got when Censori dropped her coat. The clothing, or rather lack thereof, is typical of Censori in her appearances with West. Since the pair married in early 2023, shortly after West finalized his divorce from reality star Kim Kardashian, Censori has rarely been seen without West and rarely wearing clothes. On a 2024 trip to a restaurant in Los Angeles, she wore a sheer flesh-colored bodysuit with long sleeves but no coverage over her breasts. That same summer at the Chateau Marmont, she wore thong underwear without any pants. On a trip to the movies, she wore a sheer crop top with no bra and a pair of shorts so short they tipped into the genre of briefs. The effect of her nudity and near nudity is heightened by the proximity of Kanye West, her husband, who is usually wearing too much clothing beside Censori's too little. Long pants, long sleeves, high necks, and layers of jackers, sweatshirts, and ponchos, often combined with a beard and dark sunglasses that conceal his face. Risque fashion is a tradition of its own, and the bodies of celebrity women are offered up for exposure and visual consumption in a kind of conventional ritual that often carried its own critique. In terms of sheer exposure, Censori's outfit, as it were, at the 2025 Grammys, is not so different from Rihanna's famous sparkly sheer flapper-inspired number from the 2014 Council of Fashion Designers of America Awards. And yet Censori's habit of nudity is darker, less playful, and not just because it declines to partake of the coquettish ritual of faux concealment that is typical of so much other revealing fashion, and indeed of celebrity itself. There is a clear desire to shock in her appearances with West, but there is no playfulness. In vain one scans the photos of Censori in search of a smile, a twinkle in her eye, a sign of conspiratorial pleasure, or of being in on the joke, or even of mere willingness. One sees only the blankness of her expression, vacant and somewhat sad. Writing in The New Yorker, Naomi Fry called her a pure, mute spectacle of flesh. The exposure of Censori's body is contrasted with the enigma of her mind. Officially speaking, no one knows what she thinks of her own public nudity, or of her relationship with West, or of anything at all, for that matter, since she never talks. West, however, is somewhat less of a mystery. Around the time of his messy divorce from Kardashian, with whom he shares 4 children, West's behavior became erratic. He launched a half-hearted run for president before endorsing Donald Trump. He praised Hitler. This public behavior was allegedly paired with increasingly disturbing private actions. As for Censori, her mother came to California from Australia not long after the marriage, reportedly because she was concerned about her daughter. On one of the visits, according to West's former assistant, West told Censori that he wanted to have intimate moment with Censori's mother and to make Censori watch. It would be generous and easier on our consciences to imagine Censori and West partaking together in a critique of gender and celebrity. In this version of events, what West is doing when he stands behind Censori and watches her undress for paparazzi photographers is not using her degradation and vulnerability as proof of his status, but indicting us, the viewer. His vampiric consumption of her body becomes ours. The brutal depiction of heterosexuality as a practice of domination and value extraction is shown to be the same as the practice of celebrity and its consumption. But if that critique is contained in West and Censori's spectacle, it may be we, not them, who puts it there. Censori's consent and knowingness is not, actually, in evidence here. And even if it was, consent exists often, even in situations of asymmetry and violence, even in situations where great harm is being done. Critiquing Censori as an artist allows us to see her differently, as something more hopeful and complicated than a victim of brutality. But sometimes things are what they look like. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned some new information. I will be grateful for every like, comment, and subscription.